All right, good morning, everyone. I'm here with Big Will. Home therapy, I've got a few things going on. First, Will was born with cerebral palsy, and some of the functional aspects of an individual with cerebral palsy is the contracture in the hamstrings. So you can see his leg is laying straight. I've worked for couple years now on this young man, and we've straightened out his hamstrings. This is good for being able to push better through his quads to stand up straighter. So we reduced that. I use the Avazzia, frequency specific therapy, to calm down the fascial restrictions and to calm down tightnesses and any pain. So right now I have electrical stimulation, clinical exercise physiologist, certified in IASTM, in neurologic. So I run IASTM on both calves because we're getting his calves to start to fire, because we're able to plantar flex his ankles on both feet, which the standard of care typically is rigid AFOs that lock his ankle at 90 degrees in the shape and mold of his foot. So his mother and I expressed interest in if we could straighten. We know in the kinetic chain that any distortion in the ankle is going to change the way the knee rotates, the femur rotates at the knee, which is going to affect his hips. So if we can correct the ankle, we can correct tibial torsion at the knee, correct rotation of the femur, he can stand straighter, he can improve his walking. So we're on that pathway. So you see we got inversion, and his feet are naturally everted, so now we can invert. I've used tissue regenerative technologies in Woodstock to use a shockwave device on his ankles and on the bottom of his feet and up both sides of his leg. And we now have just about full ankle mobility, not more or less barring the neurologic tone, and change the length of the tibialis anterior to plantar flex. So now we have this in both ankles, mobility in both ankles. We're not wearing the AFOs. We have orthotics in the shoes to help form and shape and mold the arch of his foot. So a low, gentle one is in here. So when he stands today, we're gonna, stand with this arch support in, and I've already been doing manual therapy techniques on his feet and helping to mold and reshape his foot the way it presses down into the ground. So combo of therapies: microcurrent, rock blading on the hamstrings to get everything nice and loose and pliable. Got the E-stem on the calves, so we're starting to get a contraction out of them. It's running gently on here. We've got about 45 more seconds on this. Then we'll take these off. I'll blade to get rid of fascial restrictions and tight down muscles, increase circulation blood flow one way or the other. Gentle blading. Blading does not hurt. Anyone who's gotten other techniques, I won't name the more commonly known one, but any person who's gotten more techniques like this done and it hurt them, the practitioner more or less was doing it wrong, unless the tissues were in a sympathetic state and they were hurt already. So it should not hurt. He is a young man. He can tell me if it hurts. This is not hurting him. You're not supposed to hurt someone with these tools. So practitioners, if you're watching this, I'm checking you. Do not hurt people. Do not blister and redden skin when you're doing this. You're increasing circulation. You're moving along. This creates a nice, good blood flow. It's good and pliable. It's not a bound down hamstring anymore. So I'm going to do the same thing for the calves. I'm going to get them mobile. You mobilize the tissues. We make some neurologic connections with neuromuscular electrical stimulation. So I'll have, on a different setting, have the E-stem running while he's standing, while he can try to press through his calves. And this is going to give him the ability to better ambulate. So this is a long process. This is not overnight. It's been a work in progress for the years of his life. And since I've come into it, we've got some additions. So between being certified in biofeedback microcurrent, being a licensed massage therapist, being certified in rock blades, being certified in advanced orthopedics, being certified registered as a Georgia registered clinical exercise physiologist, working in the neurologic capacity with spinal injury, stroke, multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, brain injury, ALS, transverse myelitis. All of these techniques can work, and they're proven. Research all there, and PEMF, post-electromagnetic field therapy, and the addition of shockwave therapy have given this young man the ability to start to ambulate more on his own, which his mother would be greatly appreciative of. So it can take a load off of her, and that's great, and that's what we're working towards. And at the end of the day, he's going to be a more independent young man than what allopathic medicine typically leaves people in for the rest of their lives. Thank you.